England. Let me just tell you that we're just hearing that the worldwide number of COVID-19 cases has now gone over 2 million recorded globally. The latest statistics, and they are shocking, more than 2 million COVID-19 cases now, 590 deaths worldwide, and the number of recovered patients, 491,765. Active, currently infected patients, 1,394,643. It's hard to get our heads around these statistics, isn't it? Each of those statistics is an individual, and those around them obviously dreadfully affected by what is happening. Well, let's take a look at some of the other developments around the world. In Spain, in the past hour, the European Union has announced it will hold a fundraising conference next month to raise money for the development and distribution of a vaccine against COVID-19. Speaking in Brussels, the head of the EU Commission also said it was vital that European countries coordinate their plans before lifting national lockdowns. The World Health Organization's Director for Europe has told the BBC that the continent continues to be at the centre of what he called a full-blown war. Dr. Hans Kluge has been speaking to our global health correspondent, Tulip Mazumda. This is BBC News with the latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. Hello, welcome to audiences in the UK and around the world. We're covering all the latest COVID-19 developments here in Britain and globally. Our top story, the UK government has promised that all care home residents and staff with COVID-19 symptoms will be tested. It comes after warnings from care providers that the virus is running wild among the elderly and vulnerable. More than 2,000 care homes have confirmed outbreaks. Our other top stories today, international criticism is mounting against President Trump's decision to suspend funding for the World Health Organization while the COVID-19 pandemic is still raging. The UK Labour leader, Keir Starmer, has urged the government to publish its exit strategy from the COVID-19 lockdown. Sir Keir called for more transparency about how and when the rules will be relaxed. And in Denmark, the government has reopened daycare centres and primary schools after a month-long closure. Children are being kept further apart than usual, and where possible, lessons are to be held outside. Let's start with the UK and speak to our assistant. Breaking news to bring you. We're just hearing that the Tour de France has been postponed. It was scheduled. President Trump has announced he is withholding funding for the World Health Organization, claiming it failed in its basic duty when responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. President Trump accused the organization of failing to investigate the outbreak in the Chinese city of Wuhan, where the virus emerged. The European Union's foreign policy chief has said he deeply regrets the funding freeze. Our North America correspondent, Peter Bowes, reports. Why won't the government publish an exit strategy, just to say, as Sir Keir Starmer says, this is what needs to happen in order for the current position of lockdown to change, and this is how we are planning for up on testing in care homes? I can go now to Sir David Behan, who's the chief executive of one of the UK's biggest care providers, HC1. Thank you very much for joining us. I don't know if you could hear Laura Trott just there, but how are you feeling now about, is the managing director of the Holocaust Educational Trust, and joins us now, as does Susan Pollock, who survived Bergen-Belsen, and she joins us on the phone. Welcome, both of you. Susan, what are your thoughts and feelings today on this anniversary?
Well,
just so powerful to hear the testimony of someone like Susan, one of so many whose lives were just absolutely changed by what happened then. Hello, this is BBC News with Joanna Gosling. Our headlines. Now, at this time, we go to Scotland. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon gives her daily update.